Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Albion TV as you join us for the climax of Season 12, a big night in the GVG world, the Level 8 and the Level 9s, the first and only Level 9s of the season, the highest level GVGs you can possibly get outside of the Crystal Championship, which we will also be talking about this evening. My name is Lewpac, and joining me, of course, this evening is Mr. Shozen on the microphone, Bogul on the ones and twos, and Robin with some camera work behind the scenes. The whole gang is here, and we're ready to rock. Our first level 8 here on Albion TV. The climax of Season 12 is here. And these boys with the pole hammer, they're going to be up against Onion or AFK and the Mudhouse gang. The 8-3 has been not just brought, but they, these guys are flooded in 8-3 right now, Shozen. Like 8-3 cursed skulls, 8-3 Thetford capes everywhere. Thetford cape scales really nicely as well. From 1400 IP cap and above, an 8-3 Thetford cape is playable, and it's insane. The glaive damage at this tier and the next tier, you're looking at like 340, 350 auto attacks at level 9 with 3 stacks. It's insane. And here we go then. It's a 4-1 split for everyone. Cargera goes for the swap attack, so he's going to get swapped, knocked, and the poison potion goes out. Doesn't commit any defenses to it. Onion seems to have it under control though. Redemption up front for Boda and Karg. Bop up again. Shekri forced into the skull. Pops the cleric to counter. They're going to flick once again onto Guru. Cargera looking for the angle on the stun. Misses the Ironbreaker. Swaps Onion out of his heal. Interrupts another heal. And Onion has to pop the cleric just to get the heals off. In the front, Marine is doing a great job, but he's going to have to pull back now. Onion going to get pierced. Boda's dropping super low. One more hit on Boda. They can take him down here. The stacks are ticking. Shekri finds the save. Marine's trying to get out of there, and it's going to be Marine that drops. Boda scrapes out of there, but trades are on the board. Cargera's in the Haunting Screams. Gets the stun on the healer. There's no cleanse for the healer. Great play from Aurelia. Flicks Cargera to stop the follow-up onto the rest of his team. Unfortunately, it's going to cost him his life, but that was a good play. Regardless of him dying, he saved the rest of his team from an angry Cargera in the front line. First blood going to Cargera and the Sun Boys in this level 8. But my goodness, Boda... If there was an interrupt on that heal for Shekri, Boda dies to the curse stacks there. That was so close. That could have gone either way.
That was, yeah. Did you see you were here with me yesterday. We watched this match when we saw Cargera and the boys lose. So these guys are ready to get some revenge right now.
Yeah,
they aren't into
definitely
losing
been
again.
practicing. They've definitely been, watching those replays. And what they struggled with yesterday was the arcane tank. That's what the guys are adjusting. They'll be a lot more comfortable in this matchup, but they're definitely sitting in this Haunting Screams. They're giving a lot of value to Gru on this Cursed Skull as down go both duties. Oh, nice two-man stun. They use both cleanses as well, Onion and Attack. So either a miscommunication or they weren't sure about the range there, but both cleanses were committed. Now Guru's flicked into a horrible spot, stands his ground against Boda. Boda going in for the drain. He has no energy on that spear. This higher IP as well increases the energy hungriness of these spears to the point that you might even need to start thinking about deflecting spin, simply because Royal Armor is not going to keep him going. And here we're just going to see Sun run out of steam because Boda can't reach his full potential, and without that harassment, Aurelia on the other hand is at full energy. Like the Royal Jacket value. Here we go. Boda's puts the Royal Armor down. Gonna get it onto 3 here and does manage to get half an energy bar back. Now Guru feels the pain, needs to get out of there. No evasion available. Evasive jump was on cooldown. Now they turn onto an Nataxo. Grafis rolls as Nataxo turns his attention forward. Flicked out. There's the Impaler. They look for an Nataxo. Evasive jump forward. Cargera's already looking for the punish though. Stun comes out. Quick cleanse. Good play from Mudhouse. Getting out of that one with only 1 casualty, but they're not making the breakthrough there. Boda, they had a window while Boda was out of energy, Shozen, and they really didn't punish it.
Yeah, they needed to with that small. You're going to have small opportunities to win against this team, and you have to capitalize on every one of them because they are just so good. And they're not going to let you get in here. They're not going to let you get that extra cap. They're going to constantly grind you to, at 20 points a tick with 3 caps unless you make a really, really good play. And then you have to punish them back.
Purge went out really early onto Grafis there. You see that Boda open with the Royal Armor, didn't want to have energy problems this fight. He's not gonna wait for the opportune moment. He's gonna pop that on cooldown. The other thing is Carvinon with that 8-3 skull is also burning through. Mudhouse are being much more efficient on their energy, and if they can just weather this storm, they can maybe find the opportunity. Boda goes low. Oh my goodness, one arrow was in the air. Somehow Boda manages to get the evasive jump at the perfect moment as well. Now Nataxo's flicked in, pops the cleric, gets purged. Impaler goes out, Nataxo rolls, but he hasn't got to the choke. Grafis finds it, but Grafis is going to get stunned. The cleanse comes out, they get the trade. Bow for bow has been traded right now. Gru flick, there's the interrupt onto Onion. Onion gets one generous heal off. Celestial Sphere goes out, but it doesn't bounce to everybody. It just bounces to who it feels like saving, and everybody else gets the finger. They are all still alive, though. Onion, absolute god of healing right there. But Gru, oh, it's a 3-man stun. Cleanse on the choke. 1-for-1 exchange in the end then. They're going to rotate, and this might give them a chance at top.
The entire time, though. Well, this gives us an opportunity to stop the bleed of a 20-pointer. Because that whole time, they were losing 20. Now, if Grafis can come up over the top with the bow...
Karg says no. They looked. Oh, they flicked him towards it.
Oh, no, why they flicked him
towards the cap? No. Irelia tried to do the right thing and ended up doing the absolute wrong thing there. He put Kargera exactly where he wanted to be, and the 20-point meat grinder continues. Nataxo, he's going to be pulled back. He gets his cleric purged. Good swap for Marine. The stun follow-up was nice. The cleanse was quick. Everybody making great use of their cooldowns right now. But the problem is these 3-point ticks have been going since the first engage Shozen, and these guys are about to be on 31 points, and their level 8 is on the line right now.
Wow, this is going to be rough. I don't think these guys have much of a chance right now, Lewpac. We've seen the blue team, the Kargera team, the Bodaville team just close people out when they put the pressure on like this, and I just don't see an opportunity. After the last 3 engagements that we've watched, I just think it's very heavily in favor of the Kargera team.
Yeah, they just have to not. It's theirs to not lose right now. Aurelia coming in pre-4 stacked. Nataxo fighting for space. First purge was good. Knock up onto Gru. They're running this double bow right now, so there is no way that Karg can keep up with the purges, because obviously Boda, he does have the Fiend's Cowl as well, but this means they're not going to have the Stalker. They have to have the Fiends against this double bow setup. And this is deadly at this IP. It really is. Just one. We know the damage one of those bows can do. 2 of them on the loose is big problems. Knock up onto Kargera. Can he find the follow-up? Nataxo goes low. Oh, they've used the purge onto Nataxo. They get the cleric robe. He should have evasive jump. He tries to hold it, and he goes down before the choke. And this is going to be the cleanup. Onion has to save himself. Tries to save his teammates as well. Can they find some more kills? Aurelia with another flick. Boda with the counter flick. Aurelia not getting out of there alive now unless Onion can manage something. Marine on the edge goes down. And that is going to be a demolition job on the Mudhouse team.
We'll quickly head over to
7-1.
Well, this match is still going.
Hysteria. It's 2 eyes. Yeah, got it. We got Hysteria and Logic. Repping Blocko Jarua. It's like we've gone into the time machine right now. The Mahalika Uzbek team, Rafikon and the gang, working on a comeback. Strategian is here. Oh, I'm so sad. Strategian is off the chill how and onto the one-hand Frost. Rafikon looking for the control. Finds really smart. Hysteria. Oh, misses the orb onto the bow. That is a problem. And look at that return damage coming straight out from Fatality. Not purging the bow equals pain time. Logic, Mortal Agony. He's going to roll to safety. Strategian free casting, though. ANCQ finally finds him to stack. Fatality pops the cleric, stands his ground. Haunting Screams comes down, and they're trying to dodge it. Hysteria's in a bit of trouble here. Able to find some space. Logic goes deep. They're going to flick Uzbek on this nature. He's pierced. He's bopped. He does get 1 seed off. I think he's got nothing else in the tank, though, and he's going to die. They find the healer kill. And all of a sudden, the push is on. They're already super low. Rafikon is going to die. Fatality is going to die. And the sets are going to start hitting the floor right now. It's a race for the caps, though. They know that they need these points. They can grab this 3 on rotation. And now it's game on. Honestly,
yeah, they have
the Mahalika team gets 1 chance now.
Mm-hmm.
back
Yeah,
and
this was
forth.
really going in favor of these guys, the Blanca de Hua team early on. They came back, and we saw the Marhalika team bleed off a number of points from them. But now, after a good engagement, they once again have control, got the 3 cap, and it's, like you said, it's theirs to lose. They're going to put this down to 30 points, 29 points here.
No
That's
great
hard to come back
curse.
from.
No great curse against nature, but again, a very bursty backline with this Shadow Caller Frost combo. Those shards raining down. He is obviously able to run the Toma spells, meaning his shards come down even quicker. And of course, the cloth effect of that Shadow Caller and the plate effect are both very, very strong abilities in their own right. Look at this choke. They're coming up. All of them on the choke now. In comes the Dark Matter or Purge onto Fatality and the Shock as well. Stopping him re-upping that quiver. Now Chillite can't do anything. They're putting the Cultist Cowl on Chillite just to slow down his auto attacks and cause him some pain. He's got that auto attack speed with the torch. They go in on Stratagen. It's a hard dive, it looks like. Really smart. Finds the Great Holy. Judy Boots, Elbow Smash coming in. Fatality now. They're looking for him, but the Cleric keeps him alive. Raffican, 4 stacks. Dark Matter bouncing as well, but the clump on the choke is nasty. Shadow Caller comes down. Raffican gets knocked up. Gets the stacks back. These guys really, they don't have that big burst healing once the seeds are gone, and it's going to be Chillite that goes. 10-point rotation, ANCQ on top, and that is going to be GG. We're going to see Uzbek go. We're possibly going to see Fatality go as well. I think it's going to be 100% now. He's already used the roll. There's the spells on top. And now it's just wait 40 seconds and pick up that loot. A lot of 8-3 on the floor. Marhalika, a lot of gear lost in that fight, I reckon.
Yeah, that's going to be a blow for those guys, but congratulations
12.
to this
20 sets of
Hysteria
8-3 dropped in that fight.
What?
20
Okay,
deaths
between the
in
two?
total. Yeah,
Okay.
12 to 8 in kills.
That's not too bad.
Right, so we're not going to jump over to any other matches right now, guys, because we do have recordings of some
We
other.
have a recording already ready.
What we're going to be doing is giving you guys some level 8 recordings. We'll be talking about the season, watching these other matches and discussing them, and then we're going to be bringing you the level 9s dead on 2000 UTC. So that's the plan for this evening. That was, woof, what a match. What a match. That was 9.19 million kill fame for Stratagen in that fight.
That's a lot of fame.
7.22 for Logic. And these guys kind of disappeared mid-season, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
We saw this
we didn't
team.
see them for a while. They came in, they did really well. We watched them for a bit.
And they did
I
a
was
lot.
looking forward to interviewing them, and then poof.
They murked for Mudhouse. They had a good contract for Mudhouse. Logic has a Rhodes Guild, doesn't he? Empire.
I don't know what's going on with Empire.
We forgot about them. They were murking for Mudhouse, and then, much like what we discussed earlier, as soon as Mudhouse decided, okay, number 1 is a bit too much effort or is out of reach, they were just like, yeah, forget about our GVG contract. We don't need you. So we're not paying you. And that was the end of that lucrative murking contract. Okay. We'll see who they're against in just a second. Oh, look at this. Look at this cheeky 4-1 split. It's a 4-1 split, but not the one we expect. Liet, Zerfax, Dip, FS Petit Fills, and Free James. Wow, Durenton's going to take a pounding is the only way to describe that. Orb comes to the front. He already popped his resi for that as well. It does stop the cap, but I mean, I don't know. A res potion to delay the cap by a few seconds. We'll see how this fight goes, but it doesn't feel worth it right now. FS Petit Fills, he actually gets Cultist cowed as well and just drilled. Nearly dies in the back. Dip manages to find the heal right at the end somehow, but that was nasty. And they're going to have to use the Haunting Screams as a defensive. Now they're going to go for the flick onto Liet. Liet very low on the defensives, but Durenton with no resi is caught out of position. This is getting very, very interesting early on. It's going to be Liet that ends up dropping, though. RPG rolling forward, looking for more. They might be able to get Phils here. Good knock up from him. Misses the stun completely. And this could be a big problem for Phils. The Mortal Agony is going to stick. They jab him to death, and Dip just says, sorry, I can't do anything for you. Not today, my friend. Lets his man die there. I don't know about that. I think you know, Dip could probably have got something over the wall there. The Mortal Agony, though, that just opens up so much damage on a plate user. That resistance shred is insane.
Yeah, these guys have taken control pretty early here. We've been watching the last few, I guess we've been watching them for a while now. But this new version of the Duranton team,
Yeah, this is a really
they
strong
feel
team.
new and they are very, very strong. They are putting in some really good matches and showing their skills off. This new arcane build that they've been using, this is the one that just destroyed Cargera and the boys yesterday.
I love that Zerfax is on the chill hole, by the way. I'm a big fan. Oh, look at the play. They flick Tutan into the chill hole. They get 3 in the chill hole explosion. That is so good. Matthew's on the Great Holy as well versus Dip on the Redemption. Personally, I'm still favoring the Great Holy. Just that knockback effect as well. It can be interrupted. Obviously, after the first pulse, it's a lot easier to interrupt for the majority of tanks. That knockback really does give it that little extra bit of value there. Oh, look at that clump, though, from Red. They got together a bit too much there. Liet goes low. Zerfax goes low. Dip getting silenced over and over again. Gets the heal off in between here. Zerfax going to be all right. The interrupt again on the generous heal. He needs to start faking. Like, he really needs to start faking against this arcane tank. They're like, the window for casting is so small that Duranton has to commit when he sees the cast bar. Like, he can't really play around fakes, because if he's doing that, there's so many heals are going to get through. But if you split second fake, you can guarantee he's going to use something, and you either force out a second cooldown or you get the spell off. So it's a win-win either way. Because he's obviously got 1 shock, 2 shock, plus the swap. He's got 3 in there, and then he's got the orb as well. But the orb's pretty much always going to Liet or Zerfax. So I don't think Dip really has to worry about the orb as much. But he has a lot of interrupts in his arsenal.
Yeah, he does. And he uses them fairly well, too, and consistently. It's great watching him.
Yeah, they're very spammable. They really need to, like, Liet really needs to keep some pressure on this man as well. Like, they can't just allow him there, shock and Dip over and over again. See how much better they do in that opening exchange when Dip isn't perma-silenced. He's actually, he's not focusing Dip right now. There goes the cleanse. And Dip's actually found Dip's found a little bit of space on this wall, and they're really not punishing it. Your mom got stunned for ages there. Zerfax gonna get silenced. But again, Dip is just free casting.
That's a good pierce, though. That was a big pierce.
Celestial Sphere comes out, and it's actually on the front line as James and Phil. Zerfax going to be okay. But yeah, this blue team, the conflict team, just isn't really under any threat whatsoever. There's no damage connecting with their backline. Free James is he's just being bullied out. There's the constant 4 stacks from the Shadow Caller. Your mum is hitting shard after shard, like non-stop. And they just don't have the same control. Finally, Matthew gets frozen into that chill hole. Nice play there from Zerfax.
But the pressure's on Free James, though.
Yeah.
They can't even follow it up.
But he can't stick to his target. And that's how you create the kill pressure, is having that spear, stick to the target, jab them until they're low. Zerfax going to go down. James rolling for cover. Liet was thinking about trading with your mum die there. He's using a soldier helm as well, Liet. That's how much pressure they're under. And if we thought the first one was brutal, like, all of the top teams right now are swiftly dispatching their opponents in level 8, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. This one was just a brutal stomp. I saw it, and I was like out of the corner of my eye most of it, and I saw when it ended, and I was like, what just happened?
Hopefully,
had to take a look, but
Robin has recorded a 5-point banger comeback match or something.
Don't say that.
No, I said hopefully. Here? I said
okay,
hopefully.
Okay. We do know that it's longer.
Okay. Well, I mean, you couldn't get much shorter than this. This is more or less the theoretical quickest you can have.
Well, other than like killing
3 aces,
like 40 people,
three aces back to back is probably like quicker. But a 7-minute match is considered very quick. That's considered a stomp. A 6-minute match would be an absolute savaging, and a 5-minute is like unheard of. A 5-minute match is what you get if Cargera queued for like level 1s, or Duranton queued for level 1s.
Which would be funny.
So,
what?
Yeah, or they maybe just did that. Yeah, I guess you could, in theory, do that. But this one's going to be wrapped up in 7 with a nice 20-point rotation, a clean, deathless run for Duranton and the boys, and the perfect warm-up as they get ready for the biggest match of the season for them. But I think it's safe to say we're going to be seeing these guys in the off-season tournament.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to be repping Conflict again. Turns out Conflict is not paying them. They've just treated these guys well in the past, and they're in a friendly relationship with Conflict.
Yeah, they repped them in a previous tournament, I believe, when they came runners up in the last iteration of their team. I don't know if Conflict's sponsoring them for it, because the only thing is, right, with the off-season tournament, guilds pay for you in the season, right? Because you earn points for the guild, they push ranks, and it's all that. The off-season tournament, the guilds get nothing, right? So it's a big ask to fund that when you see the gear level needed throughout the tournament. Geminex up front is like a one-man army. Ochi finds the save. Ochi got no energy. Okay, there's the energy pot, but Kenty coming out. Geminex is low and Kenty is low. It's Geminex that goes down. A victim of his own aggression there, but they're still pushing. Everybody's so low. Ochi hasn't stabilized things yet. Celestial Sphere, though, is probably going to change situation. Mortal Agony does go out onto Gorgo there, or some sort of armor pierced it. I think it might have been the bow shred or something, but right now it's a bow great curse setup for them, and it's a curse skull for Sun, and they're the ones against nature. Champ of Brazil nearly goes down, but they're going to find Ravidex instead. Champ now getting drilled by Gorgo, swapped out 3 stacked, but he is going to be killed by Bokix. Kenty needs to be careful on the choke. Now it's 3 versus 5, but these guys are still here. Like, this is kind of rowdy, I'll be honest. Probably should have left the fight and just fully reset, because the respawns are so quick. They kind of chained 4 deaths together there. I want to say unnecessarily, Geminex has died twice in the first 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
Tiny hands.
Don't want to keep dying like that.
Nature, honestly, is very strong right now, and is definitely viable, but I can't help but think that maybe it's not like, it doesn't synergize as well with Geminex's hyper aggro playstyle. Champ as well. Like, your guys need to be coming back earlier for heals. They can't, they can't rely on like a big reset, especially if the backline is having to eat things like the sacrifice and spiritual seeds. 4 stacks onto Zelf, and Champ actually controlling the back 3 very, very well. Geminex gets flicked back in Impaler, knock up, 2-man stun, but Gorgo doesn't get the cleanse. Down comes the Cursed Skull, cross the choke. Champ pulling back, gets the Judy, but the Judy is now gone as well. He's going to have to just chill out of this fight and just play front to back while he waits to regen. And this is the thing, it's just painfully slow waiting on the 3 stack. Seed goes off. Nice go in for the 2-man stun. 3 cleanses gone right now for the Sun team, and this is a huge opening for Champ and the Surf boys. They can definitely make something happen here. Geminex, though, being driven out, finds the Mortal Agony onto Bokix. Great turn.
Oh, there goes
the
Bok.
Timing was good, but Geminex goes down for a third. 1-1 trade. Insane opening. No one's got
Geminex,
gear fear in this match, do they? I mean, he plays to the extreme. The thing is like, what he's so used to like playing it right to the edge, and you make a tiniest mistake there and they'll kill you. That's the problem. But when he plays it perfectly, he's a 1-man army in your backline like that. The auto attack Daybreaker does a ferocious amount of damage just from jabbing. He comes with a built-in purge mobility, and the Impaler scales really well with IP shows, and it's disgusting. Like, I just kind of wish, though, I don't think he's running his Tenacity Impaler. That was my favorite iteration of this build, where every Impaler got ramped up by the Tenacity boots. That was such an innovation, and I loved it. Straight in, breakthrough onto Gorgo, switch onto Ochiwin. Nice frontline play from Geminex. The poison goes onto Champ, and that's going to give Geminex space to do what Geminex needs to do. And that's a misplay from Sun. 0 pressure onto Gem. And look at this. Instantly, they're going to get pushed out. Defensive Cursed Skull to control the choke. Gorgo isn't going to get... Oh, he just gets out of there. But Zelf, Geminex finds him with the Impaler and the jab. Actually, Alivs gets credit for it. Gorgo pulling back. 1 heal comes out, but it's not going to be enough. Ochi's going to get stunned. Doesn't have the cleanse available. Gets the heal. Should be able to get himself out of there. Nice geyser from Bokix. Celestial Sphere going between them. And these 3. Just going to have to kite it out. And nice from this blue as well. Instantly, Ravidex doesn't pursue kills. Goes for the cap. Saves the rotation. That could have been a 20, though. And it'll be interesting.
Take every opportunity that you have.
That's 10 points they missed out on, and it's going to be interesting to see if that ends up a factor, because right now, Champ has to interrupt the bottom cap. Delph can keep forcing Champ into this, and Sun ended up not 3 cap, which after a wipe like that, you would expect they would be. Like, you've really got to capitalize on it on these, because the bleed is so strong, and nature is good at kiting. They can kite out a losing fight and drain the points. Nice elbow smash into 2-man stun as well. Cleanses come out very quickly. Champ needs to be careful though. Where is the, oh my goodness, tiny hands, no save available, and their tank just went down for almost free. Geminix still doing work in the back. He's tanky enough and aggressive enough anyway. Kenty can't pursue this right now. He's got 4 stacks. Dark Matter's bouncing. Defensive duty goes out. Ochi comes forward. Aliv's caught out as well. This is a savage amount of kills right now in this match already. I think it was 3 the other way in the last fight, 2 this time. Champ is back in the fight, but they've kind of got to let this one go, haven't they?
Yeah, we're gonna see how this rounds out. They are in a bad spot. Yeah, that's the mistake that I was worried. You can't have that happen. That's so late right now, Lewpac. You've got to keep your deaths kind of contained.
And that's gonna hit the 20. That's gonna hit that 20 rotation.
There was a guy behind that.
The free cam action. Twitch tours, mate. With the free cam.
Free tour, boys.
He was hidden behind there. Elbow smash onto Gorgo. Good guys, are defensive guys are actually from Kenny to not Gorgo away. But this is where we saw this Ochiwen team struggle yesterday, when they get split up this main choke and like the frontliners are taking a beating. Zelf and Gorgo, they commit the cardinal sin of backline DPS, Shozen. They stood on top of each other.
Oh no,
and
even worse.
You never do that, and they're both gonna pay with their lives, I believe. And there's Alex finding the other one. And we said they needed to do something, and they certainly came out and did something, Shozen. That was very, very strong.
They're showing that they know how to play the game.
3-man stun. They definitely know which buttons to press at which time, but that was a misplay.
They're just good at it.
That was a misplay from Gorgo and Zelf there, standing on top of each other. You just don't do it. But Bokix, Kenty, and Ochi, they've held a 2-cap, Shozen. And Kenty, I don't know if he's going to be able to get this interrupt. Bokix wants it with the Impaler. He gets the interrupt. Will he pay with his life? Celestial Sphere.
There's the sphere. And it's bouncing where it needs to be. Look at that. Full health. He's all set. And that was a great stop for mid-cap right there. Even though they lost 2 brawls, they've still held
lost both
all
their
caps.
backliners and still held a 2-cap. And again, you've got to punish this. Honestly, you've got to play the timers. Tiny Hands in a horrible spot, but does get that Everlasting Spirit. Kenty with the knock-up as well. Champ needs to be careful because Tiny Hands has been driven out, and there's a lot of pressure all over. And playing Cleanse Heal means that you can't just slap out 3 stacks on everybody. They're going to find Zelf. They're going to look for the front now. Ravadex does get the Mortal Agony. Kenty's actually pierced. Kenty's going to go down. They're going to find Ravadex. This one is getting bloody. Bokix nearly dies, but the spear again.
Survive.
Ochi with a... He's Ochi-winned it again. These last second saves. Gorgo not long for this world. This time, though, they are going to find him. Ochi and Bokix, the last 2 standing.
Poor Ochi. How do you get out of this situation? You're all alone here. Oh, they're going to let him go. They're going to let him go.
Well, they need caps. They got a cap.
Well, they better be capping.
And they just don't have enough to kill him with Kenty.
And they just lost South Cap.
They got
Nicely
back
done, Red. Nicely done.
Oh, they're actually going to fight Ochi. Kenty, why you no save him? Why you no save the healer, Kenty? You didn't interrupt the cap. And now your healer died. Save healer, please. That was a big misplay there, honestly. Like, they got the bot cap,
and now South
but
Cap
it's not gonna matter because of the rotation. And they could have held bot cap. Kenty could have saved Ochi, and they could have full rotated and started again with 2-to-1 caps. Slight miscommunication there. I think they just got a bit cocky when going for that interrupt. They're gonna eat the 20.
Look at the screen, Lewpac. Look at all the bodies.
I know. This is.
Look at this.
Mate, who like anyone looking at this right now is like, man, I wish I was there to loot these bodies. I wish I was a TikToker on a pest lizard in this fight right now. Aliv's big beat down early on, but good saves from Tiny. 3 stacks up front. Geminix loses stacks. Champ now loses stacks. Good breakthrough from Geminex, keeping this bow under control. Second quiver's going to go out, though. Explosive arrows as well. Ravidex finds the mark, but quick Everlasting Spirit from Gorgo. Geminex 4-stacked and can't really stick the fight. Zephyriano, he's going to roll. He's in big trouble. Alivs is going to find him. There's the opening. It's 4 versus 5 right in front of the tent, though. And these guys with the 3-cap, they can bully, but they need to watch for the quick rotation. Gorgo fires out. Might pay with his life. Ravidex rolls in. My goodness, this is none of these guys care about dying in this fight, Shozen. None of them have any fear of dying, it seems, because this is like the most hyper aggressive full 8-3 fight I've ever seen, I reckon. And the body
these guys
count
are going at it.
The body count shows it as well. I'm pretty sure both teams
have hit the floor.
I guess
everywhere.
both teams already have level 9 tokens, so I guess they don't care that much.
Okay.
Like Geminex going in looking for Gorgo.
A lot of who gets placed where in the
well, level 9, yeah. You definitely
is...
want it for the seeding for sure. But at least neither team's in danger of not qualifying. Gorgo and Zelf, again, they're allowing that dark matter to bounce between them. Ravidex in huge trouble, though. He's going to roll out, but it's a 1:30 timer. They need to make something happen, and make something happen they have. Gorgo going to get traded. Geminex
there he
breakthrough. He runs him through with the spear. Champ is going one way. Where is Tiny Hands? Tiny Hands gets flicked away from Champ. Champ goes down, and now it's 4 versus 3. If Tiny Hands goes, this is...
Oh, that's too much.
But it's going to be a 20.
Brutal.
It's going to be a 20, but there's no way Alivs can stick this rotation. It's going to go the other way. And Geminex needs to not die right now. Alivs has only just died. Geminex, don't interrupt Geminex. You need to be out of here, bro. You're going to... Oh, no.
There's no reason to interrupt that. It's 51 seconds.
Yeah. He has to survive. For? He has to survive here.
Oh, they're going to try to stop this top one.
Okay, the team's coming back. It's a 2. It's a 2. Now they need to keep it tight, though. The next win will end this fight.
They are going for it. They're going to stop
Gorgo's sticking it. Gorgo's just sticking it, but the poison...
That's it. No go after that.
He's not capping that. It's a 2-1, so the match will go on. But the next fight wins this match. Make no mistake. Nobody can back out of this. Again, Geminex with another meaty breakthrough gets the purge onto Gorgo. The triangle spread is good on the back line, but the blue team, they're stacking on the choke. Tiny and Ravidex taking collateral from the Impaler. Good 2-man knock-up stun into the cleanses. Ochi pulls back. Aliv surging forward. Ravidex with stacks. Good knock-up once again. Champ can't stick the front, but Kenty has to fall back as well. Hits a nice 2-man. Cleanse comes down. Ochi trying to stabilize his boys. Kenty just about survives for a second. Another heal comes out. An orb comes
Where's
out.
That heal even coming from?
The celestial sphere.
There needs to be an orb.
It got cancelled. I think the celestial sphere. No, he got it up.
There it is.
Gorgo goes down, though.
It needs to go forward.
It's 12-10. The 2-man knockup. It's 2 kills and it's done.
Over.
Blue is going to take this. 17 points to 4. And they're going to close this one out in dramatic fashion.
Wow.
I want to see those bodies again. 30
14,
kills in a
16.
level 8. 30 deaths in a level 8 Shozen. 15.4 million kill fame for Alivs.
Oh my
9 million for Geminex. 6 million elsewhere. What an incredible match. And this was just the level 8s. We've not even got to the biggest matches yet. We still have more to come. That was unbelievable at the end. Holy moly. What a fight. If that was the warm-up for level 9s, I am ready for some big matches coming up in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was incredible. That's what we want to see. A back and forth match that comes down to the wire and you don't know who's going to win until the very last engagement. Those are the best. I'm going to pull one more raffle here.
Right, a rest before the next matches. Holy moly. That is 30 deaths in 8-3. I'm pretty sure it was 8-3 the whole way for both teams. What a fight. We definitely have our top 4 though, don't we? We definitely have a pretty convincing top 4 right now.
Yep. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break after I pull this raffle, Lewpac. Let you get a quick
Thank you.
breather, and we'll be back at 10 of to introduce the next set of matches, do another poll, set up another raffle, and do these level 9s. But I think Lewpac needs a quick break.
Yeah,
I need a quick break.
I need a drink of water and rest my voice. That was, I mean, that was just edge of the seat stuff. I was like up off of my chair. Wow. Good fight to both teams there. Unbelievable stuff. And we'll see you guys after this raffle in just a bit then.
Yep, I have 3 winners. Tame Pala, Arpe Woot, and Gecko with X's on either side. So I'm going to type your names here in chat. All right, we can head out of here, and these guys will message me when they can.
See you in a few minutes, guys, for the level 9 action. Do not go anywhere.